This is Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 33. Dodgers versus Mets. Mets trying to avoid the sweep. The Dodgers are trying to complete it. Series finale at Dodger Stadium. Shohei Ohtani on the bump. And we are ready to go. Another 1-2 pitch. Robert Jr. over to center. Pages coming in. Pages will make the sliding catch. Is able to glove it for the second out here in the top of the first. Nice catch out there in center field by Andy Pages. Kyle Tucker to center field. Luis Robert Jr. coming in. He'll go into a slide, and he makes the catch. Line drive, and that one is through past Marcus Semien over to right. And Freddie Freeman with a one-out single here in the bottom of the first for the Dodgers. All right, first pitch to Bo Bichette from Ohtani. Ground ball to the right side, another backhanded stop. Freddie Freeman to Shohei Ohtani, who covers first. Pitch from Ohtani, down the pipe, fastball. He froze up Alvarez at 99. Pitch to Rushing, ground ball to the right side, and that one is through down the right field line, to the window, to the wall. Dalton Rushing will pull up at second with a two-out double for the Dodgers as the inning continues. 2-1 pitch to Kim. Oh, Kim with a blast, deep to right. This one's going back. Gone! Sam Kim clears the wall and gives the Dodgers a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Dodgers rallying with 2 outs as Sam Kim goes yard. Connects for his first home run of the season for the Dodgers. 1-2 pitch from Ohtani. Swing and a miss. Boodle sweeper outside corner. Boodle punch out. Trying to split the gap in left center, and he's able to do that. MJ Melendez pulling up at second, and maybe that's the spark plug that the Mets need. Coming off the bat of MJ Melendez. 1-out double for the Mets to begin the top of the third here. Swing and a miss. Ohtani punches him out. And finally, Ohtani strikes out Lindor swinging. 100-mile-per-hour fastball by Ohtani gets Lindor this time around. And that does it for the Mets. They strand a runner in scoring position. All right, 0-2 pitch to Freddie. And Freddie trying to split the gap. Look at Luis Robert Jr. hunt that one down to make the catch. What a play out there by Luis Robert Jr. Another 1-2 to Will Smith, who pokes it over to center field for a 2-out single. And the inning continues for the Dodgers. Ooh, Teoscar connects. Over to center field. Luis Robert Jr. will make the catch at the dirt. Running catch by Luis Robert Jr. finishes off the inning for the Dodgers. His 1-2 pitch. Oh, nasty curveball. Outside corner gets the swing and miss from Luis Robert Jr. Shohei Ohtani picks up his 6th punch out of the ball game. That one is back to the box. Ohtani will beat Brett Beatty back to the bag. He's like, Freddie, I got this. Max Muncy goes down swinging. Curveball by Clay Holmes. Gets the punch out. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. Dalton Rushing goes down swinging on that curveball. Dalton Rushing becomes the second out here in the bottom of the fourth for the Dodgers. And now Sam Kim, who's 1 for 1 with a 2-run shot. He strikes out Kim for the third out, and that does it for the Dodgers. They strand a runner in scoring position. All right, that one is slapped to left. Teoscar will make the catch. At least I think he did. He did something, and it's a trap. And the fact that he trapped it, he's able to get the force out at second. Oh, Melendez gets a hold of the one. Kyle Tucker cannot get to that one. Ball bounces into the seats out there in right field. And the Mets will get on the board here in the top of the 5th. Boodle swing and a miss. Shohei Ohtani rocking back and firing. 100-mile-per-hour fastball right past Tommy Pham for the second out. Boodle F-bombs. Will Smith connects, line drive inside the glove of the shortstop, Francisco Lindor, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 5th. As Ohtani strikes out Luis Robert Jr. on a pitch up and in, Ohtani picks up his 8th punch out of the evening. 92nd pitch from Ohtani. Oh, what a breaking pitch! Curveball swung on and missed by Beatty. 9 punch outs for Shohei Ohtani. Nasty pitch. Ohtani's 0-2 pitch. He struck him out! Ohtani, 10 punch-outs tonight! Wraps up the top of the 6th. Teoscar going deep. This one's gone! Up Otaka home run by Teoscar to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Dodgers take a 3-1 lead here. Teoscar Hernandez connects for his 4th home run of the season for the Dodgers. And it comes via the Oppo Taco home run. Andy, give him the seeds. 0-1 for Myers. And that one is a shot to left as Andy Pages picks up a single with one out. Really nice clean hit there by Andy Pages. Andy Pages will get to second. Dalton Rushing does strike out. Strikes out swinging. But Andy Pages is able to swipe second with two outs now here in the bottom of the sixth. He'll be the runner in scoring position for Hae-Sam Kim, who will be coming up. Hae-Sam Kim strikes out against Myers, and that does it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the sixth. They do get an extra run as Teoscar Hernandez connects on a solo home run, and Dodgers take a 3-1 lead to the top of the seventh. All right, that one is driven deep to left. Teoscar on his horse. That one will reach the wall. Carson Bench pulling up at second. One out double here in the top of the seventh for the Mets. All right, another ground ball. Look at Kim with the stop. Throw to first. In time to get Robert Jr. Down go the Mets in the top of the eighth. Ground ball by Teoscar over to Lindor. Throw to first. Teoscar with the speed down the first baseline. Who's all fired up. Pages trying to hit the gap out there in right center. And that is going to the window, to the wall. Teoscar Hernandez. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened there? As Andy Pages goes back to first. Teoscar, did we pull the brakes at third? Yes, they did. First pitch to Rushing. Popped up. Going back. Track. Wall. Gone. Dalton Rushing. Grand slam for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the eighth. Dalton Rushing brings them all home. And now the Dodgers have blown it open. 7-1. Oh, Kyle Tucker. Gain a hold of one. This one's deep to right. This one is gone. And up goes the glove as well. Kyle Tucker with a solo home run for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the eighth as the glove stays planted up on the wall. 8-1 Dodger lead. All Dodgers tonight at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers have connected for 4 home runs tonight. All right, 2-1 pitch to Freddie. That's a line drive, and that's a base hit to the window, to the wall, as the inning continues for the Dodgers. 2-out double by Freddie Freeman. Oh, man, Dodgers are pouring it here in the bottom of the eighth against the woeful Mets. Ay, caray. Will Smith pops it up over to center fielder Luis Robert Jr. Under this one will make the catch, and that will finally do it. Swing and a miss. Kyle Hurt with the punch out. Brett Beatty goes down swinging. All right, that's a line drive over to left field. That's a one-out single by Bo Bichette. He'll be the runner at first with one out here in the top of the ninth. All right, payoff pitch from Kyle Hurt. He struck him out swinging. The New York Mets are down to their final out. 2-2 pitch to Simeon. Simeon, fly ball. Here comes Andy Pages, and that one will drop right in front of him. Bo Bichette will come around to score as the inning continues for the Mets with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Kyle Hurt with the punch out, and that does it for the Mets. Mets have lost 8 in a row as the Dodgers beat them 8-2.